welcome to Off the Avenue podcast, baby, with your big bro, Div G. We want to give a special shout out to my super producer, Miss Portia Royale. Yeah, baby. And today I got two special guests for you. My bestie, my best friend, my homie, Mr. Sam and his wife, Beth. Today we got an amazing topic for you as usual. Today's topic is, does the number of sexual partners matter? We're going to dive right into this. Y'all know how we do it, OTA. We just going to dissect the topic. We're going to have a conversation and we're going to get it popping. Grab your drinks, your snacks, do whatever you got to do because we about to get into this one. All right, let's go. Does the number of one's sexual partners matter? Well, that's a big topic. So let me break it down. I would say first you have to ask yourself who you're talking to. You have to think about what type of career someone is in. For instance, let's say you're talking about strippers, porn stars, escorts, actors, singers, dancers. You feel what I'm saying? So when you're talking about that industry, they're not going to care about your sexual partners because it's almost in a sense like it's a given that their sexual body count is going to be that high. You know what I mean? So you have to look at one's background, you know, or one's industry, if I will. You know what I mean? So let's also say you can put doctors, you can put nurses in that category. So when it comes to those type of industries, those people could care less about the sexual body count. So I would say when it comes to them, it doesn't matter how many sexual partners you have. Like that's probably not even a topic or a discussion because they're already assuming your body count is like 100, 200, 300. You know what I mean? Like they're banging nonstop. It's not even a big deal. You know what I mean? So then let's take it a little bit further than that. So let's get into someone who, let's say someone who has religious beliefs, someone who grows up in a small town where you don't have a lot of options. You know what I mean? So when it comes to religion and options, then their sexual body count is going to be a lot lower than most. But if you look at today's society, a lot of us, even with social media platforms and everything, a lot of us, it's not a big issue. Like that's not a topic that's going to come up because we're already expecting people to have been involved. I mean, let's be real. No one has only been with one person, right? Like if you look at today's society, if you have 30, 40-year-old friends, they haven't been with only one person. They've been with, you know what I'm saying? They've had boyfriends, they've had girlfriends. So this type of topic is very interesting because it's really based on where you're from, what industry you're involved in, and is that really important? Because at the end of the day, we have to ask ourselves, are they going to tell us the truth? Let's say, for example, I went to a bar tonight, right? And I meet a girl and we're talking, having a good time, and that topic comes up. Is she really going to tell me, oh, I've only been with one or two guys? Like, get the fuck out of here. She is not going to be honest, right? You know what I'm saying? So the fact of the matter is you're not going to get an honest answer, you know what I'm saying, if someone is really into you. If they're not into you, then you know what I'm saying? If they're not into you, then they could give two shits about it, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my best bud, Sam, and his wife, Beth, and see what they have to say about the topic because they're a married couple, you know what I'm saying? They're, you know what I'm saying, my age. So they understand this topic very well. Sam and Beth, how you guys doing today?
What's up, Dave?
What up? So tell everyone how long you guys have been married and where you're from and what you guys do for work. Give us a little bit of background on you.
So my name is Sam. This is my wife, Beth. We've been together about 10 years now. And this is actually a very great topic. I'm excited to talk about this because me and her have a great relationship and we're able to talk about this on a real level, which I know for a fact is not normal because I've been with other women talked to him about this situation. It's like everybody has a different way of how they, how they feel about it, how they describe it. But for me and her, for example, we have a great relationship, and so we're able to be really like, I wouldn't say honest, but also supportive of what we've done in our past,
And
because
open.
and open, you know what I'm saying? And it's like we're very honest and open with each other. And it's like I think in order to get to that place in your relationship where you can be honest and open, it's gonna take a while. It's not gonna be a couple months, maybe not even be a year or two, it might be longer, you know what I'm saying? It's like I think
Absolutely.
every person is different, and every relationship is different. So it just depends on how you grew up, how you think about life, how you think about your sexuality, and what you've done in your industries and this and that, like you're talking about. And it's like, I think communication is key. Is like the more you talk, it's like obviously you're going to get more comfortable, explaining these type of situations to your partner. And once you get to that level, it's like I said, it could take months, it could take years. It's different for everybody.
That's awesome. Beth, what do you have to say?
I mean, I agree with everything that he said, and I also feel like the more that you communicate with one another and you are open to be comfortable, if you are asking questions as opposed to like how many partners you had before me, blah blah, you have to be comfortable with the answer you're going to get, and know that you're not going to like judge your partner, because first and foremost you asked. So if you ask
Right.
that, you want to know, and if you don't have to,
Right.
then you shouldn't be asking. So I think it's like being comfortable with what you're gonna get and expect that, like, even if for some reason like the answer is not like completely honest with you, may not think it is, but at least they're opening up to be able to be comfortable with you because you gave them that opportunity to like answer your questions, your curiosity, because everyone's curious. Like I knew, for example, before I asked him about previous relationships, and I love to hear all about it. But I mean, look at him; he's a gorgeous guy.
Aw,
I've been with a
that's
lot of
my
women.
bestie, y'all. That's my bestie, y'all. Just so y'all know, that's my bestie right there.
With a lot. So I wasn't expecting a small number. If I was given a small number, I would have been like, "Oh my goodness, he's not
so
that."
if you guys were out on a date and he was like, "Yeah, I've been with 400 women," would that have changed the way you thought about him, the way you looked at him?
I think the first thing that would literally come into my mind is like, were you safe? I mean, did you protect
Yes,
yourself, or
that's
what
good.
kind
That's
of
good.
people were you sleeping with? And there's so many, you know what I mean?
Yes,
And in women, normally they perceive it as like only guys sleep with a lot of women, but
right, right.
women sleep with a lot of
It's a
guys too.
double standard. It's
And
stupid. It's a double standard. Yeah.
really, so for me, it's like I was expecting a big number, and I was given a big number, and I was comfortable with it.
So Sam, let me ask you, let's say you guys had this topic and you were to say, my number is 30, and she was to say her number was 60. Would that make you feel any different about her that she's beating you?
Yes and no, and I'm gonna explain this because depending on how old she is, maybe she's a lot older than me. Okay, that might make sense. Wait, maybe if I was in a marriage or a situation where I didn't have that opportunity to go that route, it's like it's like it depends on the relationship, like I said, and the people, and
Yeah.
it's like it's going to be different every time. So you just got to be comfortable, like she said, you got to be comfortable with the number you're going to get. Even if you get a number, maybe you don't get a number, maybe just it's a lot or a few. It doesn't matter. It's like as long as you're comfortable with the person explaining who you are and what you're going after, and like why you did what you did, it's like you got to have that comfortable relationship with each other to have that conversation.
All right, all right. Beth, what about you? What if you were to say your number was more than his? How would you feel about that? Would you feel like, you know what I mean? Like I want to be less than you or more than you, or does that number matter?
I mean, I don't think I would say I wish it was less or more or whatever. Like
Okay.
my number was bigger than his. It would probably make me a little uncomfortable, the fact that I've been
Wow.
there more, and I was
Yeah.
going to question why, even though he said depending on the age or whatever, or lifestyle, or
Right.
what you said earlier, like opportunities, because if you're from a small town, you don't have a lot of choices.
Right.
So, it depends on the person, I guess. So for me, I'm not gonna hide it if you
Okay.
want, but I'm not gonna also come up and be like, hey, guess what?
Right.
Number of people that I was with, because that's something he doesn't need to know unless he wants to. If he wants
Right.
to,
Right.
yes. But a lot of people do ask, and then when they get the answer, they're like, oh shit. Now I'm confused. I don't know about this person.
Yeah.
You got to be comfortable with what you're going to get back.
Right, right. So let me ask you guys, as a couple, do you think that couples should discuss that number, or should they be more concerned and focused on building a healthy, strong relationship?
Yes.
Number two.
So number two it is, right? So we should not ever bring up that topic, right?
Ever, like, obviously it's going to be something you bring up. Yeah, it's going to come up at some point.
Right.
But when it comes up 3 months or 3 years, it just
Right.
depends on the person in their relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, if you're dating somebody that's been a stripper for 2 years, like you know you're gonna be, you understand what the answer is gonna be. So why would you?
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
Right.
like, it just depends. You know, everybody's different. Our relationship is different, and it's like as long as you take that in consideration and just, you know, if it's important to you if, to find out, then you know, go ahead and ask. But for me, it's never been important, and I've never asked that question.
Beth?
I've asked them. I mean, not necessarily give me a number because I know there's like a lot of numbers there, like I said earlier. But I've asked about his dating life before and stuff that went through, and he told me stories that we laughed about. We
Okay.
talked, even said, "Hey, I feel sorry for this person. You were like kind of like on and off with this person, and she was so nice, you know." So because I'm understanding of it, I mean, everyone has a history, especially when it comes to dating. You cannot expect the person that you're with at
Right.
the that they're gonna be like a virgin unless they were. You know
Right.
what I mean? It's like you have to focus more on building that relationship and trust and communication as opposed to wanting to know that information before, because it's just gonna screw you up mentally and emotionally. It's gonna mess you up, especially women, because we're more like thinkers, and then we focus more on that stuff or whatever. So if you're a woman and you want to ask your partner care for and let it be,
Right.
change anymore, you know. It's not like he's gonna say, "Oh, I wish I didn't sleep with those women, babe."
Too late. Too late. Oh my gosh.
And as far as being comfortable, like you can laugh about it. It's like,
Right.
okay, yes, I can bring it up. We can laugh about it together. It's like you got to be comfortable in that type of situation. And it's like until you're comfortable in that situation, I don't think it's a topic that should be brought up.
I don't think so either.
Okay. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, there you have it. My bestie, Sam, and his wife, Beth. We just broke it down for you. We want to thank you guys for joining us here at Off the Avenue podcast. You can catch us every Thursday with a new topic and your big bro, Dev G. And what I like to do at the end of each show is I always give a message, you know, for you to take and do whatever you need to do with it. So the message of the day is IMEE. Inspire, motivate, educate, and elevate. I want you to do that to someone, or you can split it up. Inspire someone, motivate someone else, educate someone else, and elevate someone else. Or you can do it all to one person. But I want us to always remember, if you do that, we can help each other because we are all a people. You know what I'm saying? We're all here together. We're all doing the same thing. So let's love each other, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Click like and subscribe. Peace and love. Your boy Dev G is out.